Hello, students. I'm Reena Vadva here, your English and Social Study teacher. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Now, students, today we will begin with our first chapter of geography, that is resources. Dear students, man has always been depending upon nature for his survival. Nature provides food, shelter, and clothing in raw form. In earlier times, man consumed these raw materials as they were available, but gradually he learned to use them in a better and efficient manner. Later, man learned to live a settled life and storing things for his use. Students, resource refers to all the materials available in our environment which help us to satisfy our needs. We use many things to satisfy different types of needs. For example, we use water for drinking, cooking, bathing, etc. In these cases, water is satisfying some of our needs and hence water is an example of resource. Now students, what is exactly utility? Okay, well, it refers to something that is usable, beneficial, or profitable in some way. So, if any object or a substance is usable or profitable for you, then it becomes a resource. That bring to me the topic of this video, resources. Resources are everywhere around us, to the smallest needle to the most lavish car. If the thing has utility, it is a resource. So, in a simple way, the definition of resource is a resource is a source or supply from which a benefit is produced and that has some utility. Okay, students, when we started just a while back, I told you that anything becomes a resource because it is usable, profitable, or beneficial for the one using it. But how does something become a resource? Well, things become resources only when they have a value. The meaning of value varies with its utility and importance. When a particular thing has some use for us, it means it has some value for us. Now, what value refers here is only the worth of the product and it depends all upon the uses and utility of the resource. Let me tell you for a fact that all resources have some value. It may be small or large, but everything is worth something. Sometimes an item may not be of a value for us, but it can be of some use for some other person. Okay, take the example of clay. Clay may seem useless to you, but if you give it to a potter, it would be an important resource to make pots to sell and earn some money. Now, some resources have economical value and some do not. When a worth of the resource can be measured in terms of money, it is said to have economic value. For example, diamonds have economic value, but air does not, but both are necessary. Let us take another example of a resource which may not have a economic value but is an important resource. Your mother must be making many delicious dishes for you. Her knowledge of recipes does not have an economic value but is a resource for her and for you as well. Now, let us assume your mother decides to write a recipe book and the book becomes a bestseller. Then her recipes gain an economic value. Understood? Similarly, many home remedies may not have economical value today, but in the future, if a pharmaceutical company gets a patent, they would acquire economic value. So, time and technology are the two important factors that changes substance into resources, and both are related to the needs of the people. In fact, the people themselves are the most important resource. And you know why? Yes, because it is their ideas, knowledge, inventions, and discoveries that lead to the certain of more resources. And each discoveries and inventions leads to many others. Okay, students? Now, students, as there are innumerable resources, they are divided into three broad categories. These are natural categories, sorry, natural resources, human made resources, and human resources. Natural resources are further classified on the basis of their origin, renewability, development, and distribution. On the basis of origin, resources can be classified into biotic and abiotic resources. On the basis of development, resources can be classified as potential and actual resources. On the basis of renewability, resources can be classified as renewable and non-renewable resources. And on the basis of distribution, resources can be classified as ubiquitous and localized resources. So students, this is all for today. I will explain all this classification in detail in my next video. Till then, goodbye. Stay home, stay safe.